Good morning, everyone. Michael Mechanical here. It's actually morning. Surprisingly, we got no power, and this is why our switch is off. It's the safety switch, and thankfully, well, actually, I'm just gonna try and get it on again. That's what we're gonna do. Power on. It doesn't seem like it rained, which has been tripping our switch with the new solar system so many times a day, but it doesn't look like it's rained today. Last night there's no evidence there's any rain, so we might have a problem with our switch box, because it means we have to upgrade it because of the rules and regulations around one switch between things. But it was okay back in the day, but now okay. Apologise video cut because I tried to reconnect to the house internet, which is still turning on Wi-Fi, but we haven't done much to the wiring. Good news and bad news. Good news is I'm going to probably be able to do something more today. Bad news is I struggled to find the actual make for my car, so that is not a good sign. The power just went out again. That is actually very bad. That means our switch is so sensitive right now, it's not even funny. It's like, what's going on? There's literally no rain. That's the only time our power has been throwing, but now it's just not working. That's not good. I bet you the switch is gone again. I have to do this because I got no choice. I gotta go in the shed and then I gotta turn off the control system and hope to hell that's gonna be okay, because like I said, I believe, so I've told, because oh, that's right, there's no power. How do I keep being so stupid and forgetting there's no power? Literally, the lights should be on right now, but they're not. Oh, so the reason I've been so slow getting anything done is because I've had a bit of a tiny to solve the problem of it going out. But if we have a problem with our switchboard, we're in trouble, because we now need power, or else we're going to lose the fish. So this is actually one of the reasons why I can't exactly work on the Triton right now, because we're in a bit of a situation. I've got to figure out. I'm going to leave this gate open. I am just sick and tired of opening and closing this gate with the phone. Okay. But now, we've got a bit of a situation, guys. And this is actually why I've been actually so slow. This is actually the reason why I have problems every day of the week, because it's literally everyone else's problems I'm trying to deal with. Actually, it's also my problem because I need power, but fish is important. Habitat. So let's have a look, guys. And you're with me. The switch is off now, and remember, I turned that on. Do this on. It shouldn't go off again, but if it does, we'll know, because the pull is the first indicator that something is wrong. And if our switch is actually damaged badly, then what we got to do is we've literally, because it actually is pretty sensitive now, it seems, we've literally got to go and get a power pack for the pull. It did on its own. It's not even raining. I'm doing this stream. Oh, did I get me on? Yeah, I should get her on it. You're on the stream. Not really. Did you turn that off and leave it off? I've left it off. Left it off? Yes. If we can't have solar, we can't have solar. Bad luck. And you do recognise what he said. He said, if the switch is damaged, it's likely going to trip even more sensitively now. So let's just hope it doesn't trip again. For now. That's off. Yeah, it's not even raining. Now it's not. So that's got me back on. So literally, they're really good installers, but they made one mistake, and because they thought they were right, we essentially had them saying we're going to take legal action because we said we're not going to pay. You have an even bigger problem then, because if they can't post that switch. You're okay, Mum. Tell them how much we believe it's going to cost to do the switchboard. $5,000. Yeah, and that is just the switchboard. If we have to upgrade it, just because of one switch is broken because it's outdated, and then there is the job they have to do, and we're going to have to pay for because it's something that should have been done in the first place. running a wire independent of the solar system. Mom, it's okay. The thing is, they are really, really good installers. They've just made one mistake, and they thought we were, scheming them, but at the same time, they thought we were scheming them. We thought they were scheming us, because they were super uncertain. The electrician seems super uncertain that they're going to be able to fix the problem, and then in the document they said it's going to fix the problem, but because of what was said and the way it was said, literally they're talking about putting in another safety switch but in the shed, and literally roughly what they said was, instead of tripping at the house, it will trip in the shed. That is not a solution, that's a workaround. If it's going to trip in the shed, it's a workaround, not a fix. And that's why I said today we shouldn't pay, and he said, we're not paying. So I repeated those words. They got upset. Okay, well, the solar regulator's coming out, so who the hell's that? Government department. Oh, okay. But it was actually a technical regulator. It's both. Yeah, it's confusing. Anyway. So, I got good news and I got bad news about the car, because that's what this topic is all about. So, as we can see, we got a wire and running it through, but I was uncertain if that was actually right, because I've already cut the wire in the car. And I've literally cut it, and I've already sort of mended it here. Now, I was thinking I'll see if I can get some more of those terminals, because I could probably do that. So I can just replace the entire wire rather than, cutting it and then showing it here, because that's probably not 100% adequate the way I want to do things. And also because I need more of these pins if I want to have the light switch and I want to have a pressure gauge. But that's because I'm doing the wiring now, so I might as well put the pressure gauge in while it's here and fix that as well. That's an emissions thing. Well, actually, I don't even remember what it's called. Smog. It's a part of smog testing, apparently. But anyway, original sensor wire original. Oil sensor wire original. That's in case someone pulls this apart. No, there's a wire there. There's a reason. It seems like it. And anyway, I need more of those for the purpose of putting in the wires for a wire for the light, and then I need some wires for certain terminals and wires for the switch. I don't even know what it's called anymore. I've forgotten. It's not a switch. So when you literally have a dash cluster like this, let's have the car again. We have an MJ 3 liter or 2.4, 2.2 liter, I think it is. 2.4, 2.6, and 3 liters have this oil gauge in them, I believe. And I want to hook that up. I'm not sure how to do it exactly, but I want to wire it in. So that will be a circuit over here, and I'm pretty sure these two are for that circuit, isn't it? Yep. So those two there are the poles for your circuit to which you can have an oil pressure gauge. Then I've got to figure out where the paths are. I'm pretty sure. Actually, no, they're not. They might be, but they might not be, because there's this lights here. Actually, no. This is the positive end. You literally have to follow these things around, and it's on the inside. And that's the second or third. I believe it's that one there, but I could. The easiest way to test is to literally get a voltmeter out and verify that, because it's getting confusing. So literally go to the pole, and which you think it is. You follow around, it goes the little bit low, it's the middle, it's the one in front of my finger there it seems to be the wire. So half two. So half two, I'm going to call it, on that plug, and it's the second biggest plug. Half two. Seems like it's this one. I'm sure it's that one, but I could be wrong. Seems to be it. It plugs in like that. These little legs go in. Half 2, so there's the half, and there's the number 2, so 2 is already in there. I could have made a mistake, and it's actually half 3. Half 3 goes down the bottom. Runs around the wire. Bad news with the wiring though, guys, because I couldn't finish it, is literally this plug here has it has a T off, and I need to verify I'm not going to cut off any circuits that are important or vital. One TF goes there, so it stops there and then it tees off. It goes that one way, it goes that way, one way it goes this way. And those 2 wires do literally go to this plug right here. So that means I have to actually repin that plug. So that's the problem I've got. Now, I've got 2 choices. One, I put a new plug in here as well with a door connector. Oh, it's sort of new. But then you have the problem with the original wiring. It's expensive. I think I should put in new pins if I can. If I can get the pins, that is, for that. Or 2, I get another plug that's cheaper. Saves me all the expense of buying all these terminals, which kind of cost mega bucks, and putting in dodgy wiring. That's why I'm doing the wiring. I'm doing it now. It's because it literally got this connector with the terminals are worth a lot. It's worth doing properly rather than doing it, you know, using the factory wiring. The resistance in the alternator wires are way too high, I believe, and it does suggest there's a juncture in the wires as well. But also it's too high for that length of wire. There is literally a length of wire going from the alternator plug to the inside of the cab, and the 2 wires that I've tested, one was actually, yep, that's a good wire. Then testing the other one, it was a bad wire. That's why I'm literally like, yeah, I'm gonna replace the wires. The yellow wire is the good wire. The original factory wire is a good one. The other ones, however, are not. This is also potentially going to solve another couple of issues I've had with the car, where the indicator flicker rate's too high. I got literally replace the wires to any point that I can, make them disconnectable, cuttable, make sure there's extra wire there in case I need a bit more extra wire to fix it differently in future. In case something goes wrong, literally if you reveal the loom, you've literally got already one part of the loom repaired. You just need to cut, sharp, plug, and do all the right stuff by it. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna let this video end here. Literally the only way to currently solve this awesome installation, and when you have a problem like this, you literally need to turn that off and leave it off. You can't use the solar system without damaging your switch. It's a recommendation because they did make a mistake. At first they were in denial, but now that the regulator's been out and he's called them up and let them know that they made a mistake, they only have a certain window of time in order to fix this based on technical regulator calling it. Not to mention we've been waiting a couple of months for this assistance because they've been interstate and they said they're going to come out and fix it. 4 hours, half a day out to try and fix it with 3 guys. They've lost money because they didn't identify that they made a mistake. They failed to identify that, and when they were saying what they were saying, it concerned us a lot that we ended up calling up the technical regulator. Mum did some research, and if she didn't do the research, believe it or not, we'd be in trouble. So in her research, I don't know if it's 100% true or not, the regulator jumped about it. He didn't say it's unsafe. He didn't connect then. It is okay. Don't know when this connects. What they said, cool, is it is illegal for one of these to go for a domestic household safety switch. So if you're pushing power back through the domestic household safety switch, it is illegal, apparently. And that's also part of the reason why it was tripping the switch probably, is because DC injection. The regulator said it himself to me. I don't know if I've understood it right, but he said DC injection, the switch might not be able to cope with DC injection. And that is why. You can have it on a safety switch, but it has to be on its own isolated switch. It is not allowed to be hooked up alongside other appliances, essentially. So, it's kind of crap. It literally needs a free flow. It cannot have a resistor such as a safety switch in the path of it pushing power and doing stuff. And if it's DC, it's tripping it. DC's tripping it. Bad luck. Can't fix it. Unless we do what we're doing, in which if there is still a problem, we're still back at square one, but we then have the risk of having to pay them for repairs if there is a repair that still needs to be done. So if there is a fault and they don't find it and it's literally all compliant now, we have to pay that. Whereas if they do find a problem and they do fix it and it's a panel on the roof or something that's warranty, it will get fixed, I think. I'm not sure how it exactly works. But from what I got told by someone, essentially, if they do not find something, we'll be paying. If they do find something, it will be covered, sort of thing. But we also got told that the other guy said something different, and he's the installer. He said, what I told her, and which she should have told you, is the first, I think she's 30 minutes. Mum said that's what she heard from him. 30 minutes. First 30 minutes are free for inspecting and stuff. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like that's true. So if they find something within 30 minutes, it's free. Otherwise, we're charged. Anyway, guys, like I said, I got to end this video. But what essentially I'm doing now is I've got a manual. It's for a 1997. The body style is different. It's got a similar engine loom. However, the loom that I've got here actually comes around from this side around this way and then goes down there. And it looks so stupid the way it is because look at all these belts in the way. It literally shouldn't run around here. It should literally run up here. But it's not. It's similar enough though that I think I'll be able to work with it because it should have the existing circuits that it should have.